Well, exactly 2 months from today, the trial over the relocation of the Rams is set to begin in a St. Louis courtroom. And sports director Frank Cusimano has been covering all of the twists and turns. And Frank says there was a new twist learned today. Frank?
Well, Mike, there was a report today that Stan Kroenke offered a $100 million settlement with our town. The St. Louis legal team will not confirm it with me, but the number seems quite low. Tonight, we review the story in the minds of many St. Louisans. Background first. While the Rams were still here, plans for this stadium were put together. The cost of doing it, about $17 million. They did this because the NFL gave our town the impression we had a chance to keep the team. That's one of the keys to this lawsuit, fraud. And the city actually held out hope that at these NFL owners' meetings in Houston, Texas in 2016, that the vote would go our town's way. Jerry Jones swayed the vote and the Rams were going to Los Angeles. The reasoning in a sentence?
The city of St. Louis lost its football team because, as the NFL says, there was disinterest within the city of St. Louis.
The NFL knew that night in Houston litigation was coming, but Stan Kroenke told the owners he would pay the legal bills. A few weeks ago, he changed his mind. He said he sunk enough money into this.
This had to have come as a major surprise and a shock to the system of all the other owners when Jeff Pash said that Stan Kroenke was looking to weasel out, not his words, my words, weasel out of his indemnification agreement.
In April of 2017, attorney Bob Blitz and his group started the legal process. The league has filed 10 writs, and Judge Christopher McGraw has rejected them all. The trial will begin in St. Louis on January 10th, if there is a trial.
If I was one of those 32 owners, there's absolutely no way that I would want to incur that kind of risk, because if I roll the dice and lose, I'm going to have to be the one to write that check jointly and severally to the city of St. Louis. And not every owner has that kind of liquidity. The safer way for the NFL to make this case go away is the offering of a football team.
And I know people in St. Louis County and Missouri generally want a team, no question about it. But again, you've got to be careful. You're negotiating with people who now have been accused of engaging in fraud. And so you got to be careful with that.
So, Chet, if St. Louis wins, the settlement could be what?
If St. Louis wins, is that what you said? You mean when St. Louis wins? I think it could approach $1 billion.
And some believe that $1 billion figure is actually quite low now. So the report about the $100 million offer today, it's almost laughable.
So what's it going to take? We do know that the NFL owners do not want to go in court. We do know that. So what's it going to take? What kind of dollar amount are we talking about? Or will it take an NFL team and some kind of guarantee?
Well, I think you should shoot for that because that's generational. But in terms of a figure, it starts with the letter B. I think that's where we are right now.